Hello, everyone. This is Madam Compliance Live. This is where we deal with compliance issues as it affects your businesses in Nigeria and West Africa in general. Today, we are going to be looking at the new tax reform as it affects the as it affects us in from 2026. We are all aware that the 2025 Tax Reform Act will take effect from the 1st of January 2026. And today's discussion, we will be looking at how this tax reform affect business owners. A lot of misinformation have been going on about the tax reform. A lot of people are jittery that how will this go, how will this go, but today we are going to be focusing on small business owners, and we would be looking at what they need to do to stay compliant. And today's session, I will not be doing it alone. I've invited Mrs. Tracy Akpera. Mrs. Tracy is a business owner. She is the lead head at the Advanced Lounge, a woman development company in Nigeria. She will be asking me questions from a lot of issues that have been going on. She's a business owner. She will be representing business owner on this live session, and she will be asking a lot of questions and will be providing solution. But let me just say that at this point, everyone that joined this live get a free ebook on compliance guide. The link will be dropped in the section. The link for to download the books will be in the comment section. Kindly click it, and if you have any question, put it in the comment section. We would look at it and discuss it. I'm bringing Mrs. Akpera on now, and we shall be discussing together. Hello, are you there?
I'm here.
Hello, good
Good
afternoon,
evening.
madam.
Good
Oh,
evening.
evening,
Good
yes,
evening,
evening.
Madam Compliance.
Good evening, madam. Good evening. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for joining this section. And as I said in my introduction, a lot of misconception have been going
Mm,
on, and a lot of business owners are jittering of what will
mm.
happen in 2026. This session is just to put everybody's mind at rest that nothing 2026 will be as usual, so far that we are compliant. So I will, both of us, from your hand as a business owner, you would ask me some questions. What has been bothering you? Let me provide solution to it. You
Thank
can
you
go.
so much, Madam Compliance. It's my absolute pleasure to be here. And you are right, there's a lot of things bothering me. And I was inviting my friends and my family to this session. I said they should come and join me because we're having a conversation with my sisters the other day, where they all have businesses, and everybody was just, okay, what's going to happen, what shall we do? So I was like, you guys, come, let's go and ask this question. So thank you very much for having me and for being
Welcome,
ready
ma.
to be able to put my heart at ease, because there's a lot of, we're all jittery, there's a lot. It's like we don't really know what to do, what is true, what is not true. Does this mean that all our money will go into taxes? Does this mean that we have to pack up shop? We don't even know what it means. So I'm just grateful to have this opportunity that I can get to ask questions and get some clarification so that I will position myself and my business, to be profitable even in the year 2026 and beyond. So if you are here, you are listening, please invite other people to join us.
Please
Everybody
invite
needs.
everyone to join us in this live
Absolutely.
session. And like you
Absolutely.
have said, a lot of misinformation.
Mm.
Misinformation have been going on. Some have even been saying my account, government will start removing money from my account. And a lot of misinformation. But we need
Yes.
to, this is why we are starting this session will be our
Mm.
first on the issue of the compliance. We go on as we move on. This is for small business owners, and if you see small business owners, those are part of the discussion. Maybe by the time you ask your questions, those
Mm.
you know what small business means in accordance to the law. So those things will come up, and then we can discuss it. Let's start.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you very much again. So I wanted to first of all start by asking that what exactly what this thing, what exactly is this about? Is it that we were not, is it that this thing, is it new? Is it that they were not paying taxes in this country before? And really, how does it affect me as a person who has a growing business? As a person who has a growing business, it may be small now, but as a person who has a growing business, how does this affect me and why should I care?
Yes, thank you. That's one of the, in the past, a lot of us don't how would I put it now? Don't comply, or we
Mhm.
comply at the barest minute. It is
Minimum.
from my experience. It is only when we need maybe tax clearance certificate that we go and say, go to the tax offices and say, please, I need my, and you would need it urgently. This new tax reform is
Hmm.
not introducing new taxes.
Oh,
It
I
is
see.
just making compliance, everybody to comply. You have to be seen. Everybody needs to be seen. If you are a business owner, you need to comply. You need to file in your record appropriately. The law has not introduced any new tax. It is
Hmm.
just compliance that has been introduced. The compliance will now be more more effective than it used to be. Like your business, I know you are compliant, but people like in your categories, most of them are not even don't even know they need to file their tax returns. So what this law is saying is that you have to you have to comply. Once you are running, you are earning anything in this economy, you comply with the law. That is just what the law is about. The reform is about.
Oh, so we have to comply. So it's
Yes,
not,
it's
it's not as if
compliance.
there's anything new that is happening.
No,
It's just
honestly, there's nothing new. For me, from what I've seen with this new law, it's just it even if we are if government is able to do it very well, if government is able to, it is going to be a lot of relief for taxpayers. But
hmm,
because it is new, a lot of people are jittery. We've had a lot of information. Go and change your business name to limited liability. All those things, those are wrong information. So
hmm.
it's just for compliance. Whatever business, whether you are running a limited liability or a business name, be compliant. That is what the reform is all about.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, it's beginning to make sense. But truly, my own fear is that this thing means that we'll be paying more. It's like that means that some part of the money, my money, is going. So that is my fear. Like, is it that my profitability? Because doing business especially in Nigeria, it's hard already. I'm sure you understand that doing business is hard. There are all kinds of variables, and now it seems as if this one is being, are they trying to make us handicapped? Does this mean that we'll pay more? Does it mean that I will not be profitable? So please just help me share that, because
the
that is the
the
fear.
whole idea is that, because if you before now, there is the issue of multiple taxation in the economy, where the a lot of arms of government will come and be charging you on the same income.
Hmm,
What this tax reform wants to eradicate is multiple taxation, which is
hmm,
one of the fundamentals of the tax reform. It is to eradicate multiple taxation as it is. And I sympathize with everybody. Nigeria, doing business in Nigeria is not easy.
hmm.
But as we say, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. So we have to, whichever way, we still owe the government. And it is by paying this tax that make us hold government accountable to everything they are doing. So as it is, we would have to, because by the time you are paying and I'm paying and everybody is paying, we put government on their toes. That is just the whole idea. So everything should go. If it is like I said, in Nigeria, if everything is as planned, this tax reform, especially for small companies, it is a great relief, because like I will be saying, there are some of relief for small companies. The only thing you need to do is that if you are within the threshold of filing, if you are within the threshold, you file. If you are below the threshold, you still file, but nil returns. So it is going to be good for small business, small and medium business owners in Nigeria.
Okay. So then I hear you. So what qualifies as a small or medium business in Nigeria? And how exactly you are saying to be beneficial? How exactly? I mean, that seems to me like okay, so there's something good in this for me. So how
Hmm.
exactly do you mean? What is a what is a small company? What is a medium company? And how exactly do I, as a growing business owner, stand to benefit from these reforms?
Before the tax reform, every business in Nigeria, I think before, let me say, because from 2019 we have some release for turnover of 25 million and below. But this new tax reform has introduced a turnover of 100 million and below. That if you earn below 100 million in a year, not earn, if your
Eh,
turnover, let me
Yes,
just
yes,
put it that way, so that
yes.
if your turnover is below 100 million, you are not going to be paying any tax, but there's a duty. You have to
Hmm,
still file a new return. And
hmm,
the issue is that if you are saying that my turnover is below 100 million, the
hmm.
government will be able to look at your account and say, okay, you have claimed that you have a new return, you have filed a new return because you have a turnover of less than 100 million. So what, when they look at your account and calculate all your turnover, it should actually be less than the 100 million. So
Hmm.
you'll be entitled to a relief that you are
Hmm.
not going to be paying any tax. Above 100 million, there you can now start paying. But like I said, it is mandatory for filing is mandatory in this circumstance.
Okay, thank you so much. In fact, is you can see me leaning in as in it's making so much is making so much sense to me now. So
Yeah.
100 million and below turnover, that means that I am exempt from the tax. So is it all kinds of tax? Because now what kind is it that once it's 100 million and below, I'm exempt from all kinds of tax? There, so you give clarity on that. And then I we also know that there's what we call VAT.
Yeah.
So, that confuses us a lot. Is it that we are exempt from that, or which one are we supposed to, and which one? So please help
Yeah,
us.
yes, thank you, thank you, madam. As a matter of fact, there is like you said, exemption does not mean filing, like I said earlier. But there are other categories of tax. As a business owner, if your business is liable to, is supposed to charge VAT, then
Mm,
if you are in the category like I think you run a service business, so
mm.
you are supposed to be charging VAT.
Oh,
If
okay.
your turnover is above 25 million, the
Mm,
law says you should register for VAT and charge VAT. And the caveat is that even if you are below the 25 million, you can still register, because if you do business with big companies. Hello, can you hear me? My
I
camera
can
is
hear you,
off.
but
Okay. Can you hear me? My
I
camera
can
is
hear you,
off.
yes, I can hear you, but I cannot see you.
Okay, let me sort this camera out. I don't know. Hold on, please.
Okay. Okay, so if you're here with us, Madam Compliance is giving me the lowdown. I came with her. I ran to her about the concerns I was having with all my with this tax thing, because there's so much information out there. We don't know what it is or what it's not. And so she has been trying to give me some clarity. And if you are here and you have been
Okay,
listening,
I'm
please,
back.
let's see
I
your
think my
comments.
network went off. I'm back
Awesome,
now.
awesome.
Thank
You're
you.
back now. I can see you. So
Yes, yes.
you were talking to me about VAT and what is
Yes,
applicable.
the VAT. So you have to, once you charge VAT, because some of your clients may require to, because of the new introduction of the input and output VAT.
Mm,
Maybe we'll do some section on input and output VAT later, but I will just give
a brief.
a brief introduction that if I'm into manufacturing, for example, I've gone to buy raw materials, and I'm going to be selling to you. If I add VAT to you, I can, from the raw material I bought, I can deduct my input, which is the input VAT now. I can deduct it from what I'm going to send to the FIRS, and the balance paid to FRS. Because of that, some of the manufacturers for small, maybe that are clients to small company, according to what the category of small company is, will be able to say, okay, I want to be getting VAT receipts from you, so that I
Hmm.
can use it to charge my input VAT. So once you register for VAT, you have to start paying VAT. And if you have staff, no matter how small the staff is, you are still supposed to be deducting pay from their account, from their salaries, I mean, and
Hmm.
remitting to the state IRS, irrespective of the state where they reside. So
Hmm.
it does not mean zero payment in company's income tax, does not mean zero payment in VAT, or zero payment in payee. So for business owners, the compliance level, it's high now. Like I said,
Hmm.
it is compliance. The compliance level is high. So which is why I think most business owners are jittery now. I don't know why my camera is going off, but I'm trying to.
Okay. Okay.
Most business owners are jittery now, but
Hmm.
it's going to fight. Like I said, it's going to be, we will make government more accountable. We'll make government more accountable now.
Okay,
So
thank you very much. I'm hearing you. So I heard CIT, company income tax.
yeah,
I heard VAT, value added
yes,
tax. I
yes,
heard payee.
yes.
All these things. And you are telling me that my business will still be profitable? Is that what you are saying? Telling me, Madam Compliance?
You know that VAT, for you, you are not the one paying the VAT. It's your
Oh yes.
customers that are paying. You are not
Mm.
the one paying. You are just a collecting agent on behalf of the government. And for
Awesome.
the payee, which is whatever you pay your staff. And for the staff, it is even so easy now that if their taxable income is 800,000 below
And below.
they are exempted also. They
Hmm.
are exempted from paying tax. So the only thing, like I said, it is compliance. If you have a staff that is earning 800,000 and below, you still file and tell and report to the tax authority that it is nil return. We call it nil return. This person is below this threshold, and there's a caveat I will put there.
Hmm.
The staff can say, there are some staff that can be earning like 800,000 and below,
Hmm.
but in actual fact they had other side hustles they are
Hmm.
doing. So the law now requires them to file their tax, the tax,
For their
the
side.
side hustle.
Hmm.
Aside from you filing on their behalf, on behalf of the company, they too are supposed to file and include their side hustle. So
Hmm.
they could be taxed on their side hustle, but
Hmm.
not on the income you are paying them.
Hmm.
So you can see how dynamic it is. It
It
is not
is
as if it's
very,
straightforward.
very, 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 very dynamic. Very, very
Mm.
dynamic. But if I'm hearing you, is that the most important thing that we need to do is understanding this thing and complying. Because
Yeah.
we Nigerians, I mean, there's a Nigerian thing of how can I just look for how I will find my way and not pay this thing. Is there
Yes.
room for that, or what happens? Is there a way? Is there a way that we can find a way to just find a way? You know what I'm talking about around
you
this thing.
know, one thing I always tell people that I deal with.
Hmm.
There's something we call tax avoidance and tax evasion. You
Hmm.
can avoid tax, maybe if you are running a business, you can claim some reliefs. Maybe if you run on generators and say, I these are part of my running expenses, the law allows you to to deduct it from before you file in your tax return, that these are my expenses.
Okay.
But
Okay. Okay.
that is called it's tax planning. We call it tax planning. So you
Hmm.
can plan your tax and say your but I will tell you that if you are doing tax avoidance, if it's too much, it can lead to evasion.
Please,
So I would
Madam
always it is very complicated. That is why I would always say you need every business needs a consultant, a tax consultant, to help you navigate this.
Hmm.
Because if you say I buy biro today, I will deduct it, I buy this, there will be a day that you will not buy anything and you start deducting, and
Hmm.
it's going to be evasion, whichever way you look at
So
it.
avoidance is lawful. Evasion is not lawful.
It is not evasion is
Hmm.
not lawful, evasion is not lawful.
Okay. So
So
really, really, we need experts. We need this
mm,
expertise in being able to navigate this. I'm just speaking to you and hearing what you're saying to me, and I'm just saying that I'm just saying in my mind that can I be able to apply myself effectively in growing my business and at the same time be worrying about CIT and whether I'm evading or avoiding. I'm really thinking that I need
yes,
someone
yes,
that will help me
yes,
with.
you actually need it, because a lot of you can't be running your business and running it and doing compliance at the same time. You need somebody by your side to tell you that you need to do this, the compliance, this is what you are supposed to do, this is what you are supposed to do. So you actually need it. So I think I have a question on the on maybe I should
Yes.
take that before I
Yes,
continue
please.
with
Yes,
you.
please. I'm
I
excited.
understand there is zero tax on food item. Please, does this apply to restaurants? I think this is from Posh Beams. Okay. Does it apply to restaurant and those selling raw food item? It is also a gray area in the reform. No, thank you, Poch Beams. For the VAT, there are some essential items that are exempted from VAT, like raw food. If you buy raw food from the market, medicine, I think some educational materials too. The VAT section listed the those items that are exempted. These are essential items that need that we need every day. So those things are exempted from VAT. But if you go to a restaurant, maybe you go to a high-end restaurant, that means you can afford it. That is the value. There's a value. It is They still buy the raw food, but they have brought it in and processed it and present it to you in a valuable manner. So that's
Hmm.
the value added tax. So you have to still pay your VAT on that food
Okay,
that you are
that
taking at that
value.
restaurant.
Hmm.
So thank you,
Hmm.
Coach Beams. I thank you for that question. Let's
that that
continue.
that makes so much it makes so much sense so that we know exactly where and why we are paying what we are paying. Okay, so I
Yes.
wanted to ask, but it seems to me like this tax the tax reforms will be the banks will play an essential role in tracking, I mean, in being able to track what is going in and out of account. So when people are afraid of maybe my account, something will happen to my account, is that a valid fear? Because I'm not the expert here, but I'm just thinking in my head that the government will need the banks to be able to track what is going on in the accounts of the companies and the company owners. So will is it a valid fear for people to be afraid that, oh, something is going to happen to my account or not? Is that a valid fear?
Honestly, nobody should. I don't. I don't. Honestly, I don't know where that came from. But
Hmm.
from I know Mr. Taiwo Yedele has been talking recently about it too, because it's just more accountability. Nobody is going to touch your account. If you have from what he said, I think I was hearing him yesterday, and from what he said, if you have 100 million in your account, if you get 100 million in your account, and the 100 million is for business, and the business is supposed to go, let's say, um you are supposed to spend 90 million in
Mm,
buying the raw materials,
mm,
and your profit is 10 million.
mm,
Declare what the law is saying is that declare this income and say, from this income, this is my calculation. I got 100 million from a
million.
particular
Mm,
client. We use 90 million to execute the project. 10 million is my profit.
mm.
So if you have declared it, nobody is going to touch your money.
So,
Nobody is
so,
touching
so
it.
for
It's
Madam Compliance,
declaring.
in this example that you have given, already this customer's turnover from that one transaction is 100 million. but the
Yes.
customer has used 90 to execute, which means it's 10 million that is the profit. So is this customer now, this particular customer now, is he exempted? Will you consider him 100 million? Will tax be applicable on the 10 million or not?
No, no, the turnover is 100 million. It's not about whether it is when we are talking about turnover now, it is what enters into your
Yeah,
account.
count.
That is what is the turnover. Whether
Mm,
it is 50, but if it is below 100 million, now this particular example I've given is 100 million.
mm,
Maybe the person has done like two of those projects, or do one for 100 million, do another one for 10 million, does
mm,
not
mm,
qualify as a small business. It's now
mm,
110 million, which is
mm.
above the threshold already.
Threshold. Mm,
So it's not about how would I say it, whether it is this, it is now when when you are now disclosing to the tax authority, that you now bring the accounting in and say, in this year
okay.
I
Mm,
got a contract of 10 million, 100 million naira, but in actual fact, this is what I used the 100 million to do. 90 million to execute the project. 10 million is my profit. Government is
mm.
not going to tax you on all the 100 million.
100 million.
It's
Mm.
just on your profit that they are going to be taxing you.
Okay. Oh, so now
So
the
no,
responsibility is on us to keep
yes,
clear records of all your expenses so that you are able to
yes.
say that this is what came in, this is the expense, this was the profit. So it is only now the profit that will be taxed,
It is only
right?
the profit. There's only the profit. No, no. I'm very sure that the idea behind it is not to say, this person has 500 million in the account. We are going to put the tax on, because government too understands that if you have 500 million, you pay staff salary, you buy diesel, you there are a
Mm,
lot of things attached to that 500 million
million.
turnover. You understand? So all those things are called deductible expenses, and you are
Mm.
supposed to deduct it before
But
you
after you have presented clear records of all expenses, it,
yes.
it is your
Now,
it is
like I
your
said, now it is more of compliance. You
mm,
have to have all your record. The
mm,
era of doing bank transfer without narration should be over now. If you are doing
mm,
bank transfer, narrations should be there, and
mm,
that account should be traceable. If you are sending money to maybe a plumber, you should be
mm.
able to know that this is for a plumbing work, and this person, you understand. So it is that way. And if you are supposed to withhold tax from a contract, withhold the tax. That's maybe for company 10%, for individual 5%. Withhold it and remit it to the relevant tax authority. It's just
Mm.
especially for small businesses now, most of what you will be doing is compliance and be collecting agent on behalf of the tax authorities.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It is making so much sense. But what of cash businesses? What if a component of my business is cash or even POS? It's not everybody that transfers directly into an account like that. So what are those components that are cash? How does it apply in this reform, in this new tax laws?
For cash based transaction, I would advise that you keep records. Make
Hmm.
your records very clear. If you get money, when you are taking it to the bank, it is a daily sales. State it expressly. Have your ledger for your daily sales. Have your, if it's POS slip, clip it, everything, so that when it's time for you to file your returns, all those things are what you will be presenting as evidence, and saying, this is what I did, this is how this came in. I bought these goods for 100 naira, I'm selling it for 120. The government will not be taxing your 120. They know that your profit is not on the 120. Even the 20 naira, there are some associated costs with those
Hmm.
20 naira that is your profit, that the government expect you to deduct before you pay.
Hmm.
You understand? It is not I think 2026 is coming, but I don't think anybody should have any fear. It's going to For me, it is good for small businesses, for small and medium scale businesses.
Thank you very much, Madam Compliance. You will help some of us because the way you are talking, you are the expert. You are the subject matter
Yeah.
expert. So the way you are just talking with
Thank
confidence,
you,
I don't
madam.
think anybody should be afraid. You will help us. We
No,
need
no,
help.
no, no.
We
There's no
need
need
help.
for to be afraid. There's no need to be afraid. Honestly, there's no need to be afraid. But like I said, the link for the seller, the link for the ebook has been dropped in in the comment section for everyone that joined this live session. You can download it, and if you have more questions, okay, I think I'm seeing one question from Mr. Ajibola. Some people have said the National Assembly has no business in legislating payee as it is within the purview of, hold on, I'm trying to see, purview of the state legis. Kindly shed more light on this. Honestly, I think for me, the Personal Income Tax Act is a is a it is within the exclusive jurisdiction of the National Assembly, and it is the National Assembly that legislates it for the collection of the state for the payee. That is the State Internal Revenue Service. Of the State Internal Revenue Service, pursuant to the Personal Income Tax Act, which is the tax reform now. We used to have the Personal Income Tax Act is part of the new tax reform too. The Personal Income Tax Act now, the state legislature will now bring it in and domesticate it into their own law. For example, in Lagos State, I think there is this Tax Administration Act, which is made in pursuant to the Personal Income Tax Act, that is how it has been, and the National Assembly legislates on it, and the states now domesticate it.
Hmm.
I think that answer your question.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I think the question I'm glad you answered it, but really it is that last we are going to pay this tax. Last we are going to pay this tax. That's the one that is
Everybody,
yes.
as
Eh,
a matter of fact, everybody has to do their civic responsibility. And
mm,
and if all of us are if all of us are doing our responsibility, paying as we are supposed to be paying, I don't think any government will be doing anything that is, because if you know you are paying your tax, you can come out with every one of us can come out that you cannot be spending our money like this. We can question government. We are
mm,
getting there. I think we will get there. It's just because of lack of, it's because most of us are not playing, are not on it. That is why we don't have the right, we don't have the capacity to ask the government, what are you doing with our money?
mm.
So
Okay. So it has been a truly engaging session, as in I'm having it has been absolutely eye-opening and thought-provoking. Thank you so much, ma. So can you hear me?
thank you. Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you, ma. I can
Okay,
hear
so I
you,
was going
ma.
to ask the last my question that so now in your professional opinion, every SME that
Yes,
is
ma.
on this live webinar or that will watch us later, what are the practical things? What are the practical steps? Like me, I like talk to me like ABC. This one is not my field at all, so I can't even pretend to know. So practically, to me especially, and to everyone that is on this call and will catch this session later, what are the practical steps that we must begin to take so that we are compliant? Because you've said it over and over again, it's time for compliance, compliance, compliance. So what are the practical steps that I can begin to take right now to make sure that I protect my business, I stay profitable, and I am compliant?
Yes, I think for every business owner, the area of doing business, like every normal way, the way we do it before,
The
we mix
Nigerian way.
business, we mix business money with our personal money. I think that era is coming to an end. We need to
Hmm.
be more accountable. We need to keep all our records. Record keeping is important. From the whole of our discussion, we will see the importance of record keeping, which is why a lot of a lot of people run into problem with the tax authority. If you keep your record, and you have them as evidence. Nobody should intimidate you for whatever reason. Nobody should intimidate you. So
Mm.
record keeping now is very important.
Okay.
And if you are in doubt, this compliance is not something you can do alone. You need professionals. You need
Mm.
professionals. You can't do it alone, because there are some things you will be doing you think is normal, but if a professional eye is looking at it, they'll be able to tell you that no, you should not do it this way. This is how you are supposed to do it. And we are getting there. In all honesty, we are getting there. So we have to keep your records, keep your books, make everything clean. Don't mix business money with personal money. Keep it. Your personal account should be your personal account, your business account should be your business account.
Mm.
And if you are
Mm.
using one account for both, have records of what you are
Of
doing.
what is happening? So can I say that, can I do some of these things later? If I don't start now, can I like start later? Can I push it till we can defer it? Can we defer it? Is there
I
more that
Like
I
I
start now?
said, you should, it is what you can start small, but deferring it, it can pile up, and it can get more messier for you. So it's
Mm.
better you start small. Whatever
Early.
you can keep them. The ones you know you can't do now, put a time frame. But like I said, start small. By the time you start small, you get somewhere. And that is why the government has even given, this law was passed, I think, around June, and has given a hold of 6 months for everybody to prepare. You
Mm.
understand? So it is the government to understand that people are not, maybe a lot of people have not been compliant. It's time to comply. So let's give them time to start the compliance process. So don't keep it till later.
Mm.
Now we have just few weeks to, is it few weeks? Yes. I think
Yeah.
about 2 weeks to the
2 days.
1st of January. So
Mm.
we should be able to, I think everybody will be okay. Don't think nobody should have any fear.
Okay,
I
but
don't.
thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much. It has really, really been eye opening. It has been thought provoking. It has been it has opened my eyes to a lot of things that I need to do, immediately to protect myself and protect my business. And I'm grateful that we had this session. A lot of questions that were on my mind, a lot of agitations, really. And it's as if, no, the new year is coming in fast. So it's as if as the days to the new year draw are coming closer, the agitations are becoming higher and higher. But
Yeah.
with this session now, a lot of questions have been answered. So my final thing is, I was saying that I need help. So is
Okay.
there a how do we get how can I get you how do I get that help? Like, I don't want to be thinking about growing my business, thinking about marketing my product, thinking about uh, everything that I need to think about, handling my staff, and at the same time worrying about the nitty-gritty of, oh, does my company qualify for CIT? Am I doing VAT? Am I remitting VAT? Am I doing P? I don't want to worry about all that. So how do you come in? How can we get that help that I need? I need I don't know about the people listening or watching us right now, but
I
I can
mean,
tell you I need the help.
okay, I think for me, I would say, like every business owner needs a consultant. You can contact me. I think my my details will be dropped in the comment section if you need me. And whatever you want me to do, I can always do it for you. And like you said, madam, it is not straightforward, but they are experts in this field that you can consult.
Hmm.
So at a minimal rate for small businesses, compliance is very important now. So you can get a consultant, even if it's not me, but I'm always
It
available
has to be
to.
you now. It must be
Yes,
you.
yes,
It
yeah,
must
I'm
be
always
you.
available. I'm always available, but you get a consultant, like I said.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Somebody is asking of a soft copy. I don't know what the person is asking
Yes,
about.
I will drop it again. The soft copy is there, but I'm going to drop it again. I'll drop it again now and for everybody to see. I'm dropping it now so you can download it, and I'll send the link now. you can download it. Thank
Okay.
you.
And you said you give us your contact information, and if there are any product, any bundle, any product that you have that will help us to navigate these times, please also let's have
Yes,
every.
yes. The guide that I give have all my contact information and everything.
Okay, okay,
It's at the
okay,
back of
okay,
it too. And
okay, okay.
the guide is what I did with the guide is to simplify what you are supposed to be doing in your business. It's I think it will be helpful, it will be useful for everybody to get the guide, and it's free like I said. And you can look at it, and if you have any further questions you can contact me.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. You have made my weekend. You have made my evening. I'm grateful that I was here to ask the questions. And thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you,
for
madam. Thank
having
you very much for coming. I think we have a wonderful session, and
me. Yes.
if you have any question, we can always come back together and talk about it.
Yes, yes,
Thank
yes. I will
you.
look forward. I will look forward to that.
Yes, thank you, madam. Nice
Thank you.
having you here.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Pleasure to be
bye.
here. Bye.
Yes, hello. Thank you everyone for joining this session. I think we have. I think I have another question as a okay from Mr. Uduwole again. Let me see. As a person who run what is called a business name enterprise, who already has a TIN number, should the person apply for a personal? No, the TIN number. Okay, the TIN number. I think everybody should have a tax identification number now, which is TIN. Once you have a TIN, I think it's okay for business, for every business, for everyone should have a TIN. The company TIN, you can get a TIN for your company, you can get a personal TIN. But for business name, I think it's the personal TIN that you need. That's the personal, because you will be taxed as a business name, you will be taxed from what you earn, from what would I from what you earn from by the state internal revenue. You filing your return as business name to the state internal revenue, so you need your personal thing for that. Okay, I think I've answered that question. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody for joining this session. It has been an awesome time. I thank you. If you have any question, you can contact me. And like I said, my contact is on the full ebook, and I will be glad to answer your question. Thank you. See you next time for more of this and more on compliance. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye.